It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see Brock Purdy. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the 49ers and the Saints on Sunday Night Primetime.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Purdy now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. They go play action here, Purdy. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Off play action. Sutherland. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Second and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now Purdy. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So illegal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver's inbounds or out of bounds. You expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible. And that's not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing here, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, 49ers! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Looking to throw. Sutherland. The pass caught by Olave. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Saints at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown here, but he'll Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. These two teams all tied after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lock one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Back to throw. Sutherland. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 7. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this to the 23-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards. Purdy off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sutherland. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Third down, here's McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. Sutherland.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Kamara up the middle. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Final play of the half. Purdy.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So it's halftime here in New York.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. They start the second half with Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Haener looking to throw it. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Haener from the gun on 3rd down.
Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
On 1st down, Haener
drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Touchdown, Saints!
Alvin Kamara,
his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. That one behind his man, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
He'll look to set up his blockers. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Hayner sets up play action. He completes it to Olave. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. Off the play fake, Hayner. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 23 yards, the final tally.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Well, and a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Coming left is Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. 3rd and 12. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On first down, it's Purdy. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. He's got Ayuk once again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the air on second down, Purdy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Open man is Samuel, complete. Points the tackle, he's got room to run. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Hayner sets to throw it. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. But he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, We've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. Now Purdy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
85 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line. 18 Cardinal.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hayner looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one a victory here for New Orleans on